Before we begin, thank you very much to Cammy Bell for joining my Patreon campaign. Thank you very much for the support. It means the world to me. It's getting really important at Patreon. Yeah, the support has been incredible, guys. Thank you so much. So Patreon does not keep track of goals anymore, but I like the goal format. So here's where the goals sit. We have unlocked Transformers Prime Season 1 reviews. That's something that's going to have to get done. On top of the Beast Wars and top of the Beast Machines, which we're changing format for Beast Machines. That should be more. It should be more fun than the Beast Wars reviews. And then sky's the limit. If it keeps over 700, I'll add more seasons of Prime and then the movie. If we get up to 800, then we have to start talking about Transformers Animated, which is a scary thought for me. But frankly, I've only got a few shout-outs left. I'm pretty sure you're out of steam at this point, so I don't think I have to worry about that too much. But it is on the potential list, so we just have to mention it. All right, it is news roundup time once again. I tried to keep this one a little bit more concise and not put literally every tiny piece of news in here, but the stuff that I actually wanted to talk about and bring up, just so we can keep it clean and maybe not go 25 minutes, which is absurd. And the big news of this week seemed to be the Rise of the Beast mainline Voyager Optimus Primal has been seen, messed with, and now we have full in-hand galleries of it. And it has been something of a major talking point here. So the toy itself seems okay. It seems like a far more simple and somewhat, decently engineered figure of the Rise of the Beast cast, like many of the mainline ones. Credit to them, even, the gorilla head's a little bit small here, but the shape and the proportions of the gorilla are actually a lot closer than Optimus Primal toys typically get. So good on Hasbro. This is actually pretty well done. The part that a lot of people seem to be giving a second glance at and what people have been upset over is the deco itself. So the packaging art, the production shots have a much more beige color to some of his paint apps. Makes him pop a lot more. And of course, we've seen a lot of the toys that go more original cartoon centric and add in bits of blue and red here and there. But this one seems to be just all flat gray, just different shades of gray and a little bit of silver here and there. I brought it up on Twitter that mid-2000s Hasbro would have never done anything like this. When Transformers Cybertron came around, the Galaxy Force Cydos toy that we know as Cybertron Backstop originally had an all-gray palette, which Hasbro added a dark purple tint to here in America because they felt like every figure they released had to have some splash of color to it. They were deathly afraid of having gray parts. You talk about Superlink Roadbuster, who had gray biceps and thighs in the Japanese release. Energon Ironhide ended up having tan, which was more show accurate, oddly enough, but it came from a point of Hasbro not wanting to do gray in their toys. And now we've gotten to this point where they're willing to release an all-gray toy that frankly just looks unfinished. It's a little bit weird and it's a little bit disappointing. I really wanted more splash of color on this thing. It doesn't look finished. So it's an unfortunate choice. I don't know if it's a budgetary thing or if this is literally as close as this toy is going to get to how he looks in the movie. Either way, it is disappointing, and it does not look great, which is a shame because a lot of the mainline Beast toys have looked really, really nice, and they've been one of the ones I've been more excited for. But this is not exciting to me. This does not spark joy. So, we'll see. I mean, maybe the toy itself will just be a good figure and we can enjoy it for that, but yeah, this thing definitely needs help. I'm looking forward to a customizer getting their hands on it. But speaking of Rise of the Beast, we do have quite a bit from it that we can talk about. So first up, there are new sightings, which just kind of seem to be a whole bunch of repacks, unfortunately. So to bulk out the line, a lot of Bumblebee movie toys have been reissued. They have not been repainted. They're just the same old toys released again. So we've got the smallest set of figures, kind of Legion class types. We've got Energon Igniters repackaged in Rise of the Beast packaging. Yeah, even character, here is Sir not appearing in this film. In Igniter Starscream. So this is a letdown. But it does come with a quick look at some other products. You got some one-step changers in that shot, of course, but there's also this new thing called Flex Changers that uses a rubber band to initiate the transformation. I'm not entirely sure why this is necessary beyond, I feel like we've had one-step changers for a long time that did the same thing, and now we're doing this weird rubber band thing that is not going to survive long-term. It's a weird choice. Also, a weird choice is that it does seem to, if you look at Cheetor, he just straight up looks like Beast Wars Cheetor. He doesn't look like the one in the movie. The one in the movie doesn't even have the cheetah on the chest from what we've seen. So I'm not quite sure what they're going for here. It's weird. That, this far after Beast Wars was on TV, now we're getting this whole line that's focused around those designs as if it was a modern release. It's kind of weird. I'm not feeling these. I just worry too much about that rubber band lasting for a long time. But, they look okay for what they are, at least. I'll say that. They look better than a lot of one-step changers end up looking like. All right, on to in-hand shots and things that we have that we look a lot better. Things that look a lot better. So, the VNR Optimus Prime is now in hand. People have taken really nice photos of it so we can actually see. And yeah, I mean, it is just straight up a very nice looking Optimus Prime. I mean, it's traditional color layout. All the bits and bobs are in the spots they're supposed to be. Except for, there's some things changed around. The wheels on the back, the front of the truck being on the back legs. So it's an interesting twist to the standard Optimus Prime. I do wish they'd gone something a little bit different, but I understand why they went as traditional as possible with this one. What's noteworthy about this, if we can take a look at the demonstration, do you notice what's different about the trailer? If we get to the comparison shot here, it's somewhere. The new trailer for the VNR has the full stripe on the side. It's actually fully decoed the way that everyone wanted it to be the first time. So now you actually have that as an option. Okay, so you just have to buy 2 of them and you can get a complete, really nice looking G1 Prime now. And all it takes is 2 big, $100 plus releases. If you got that kicking around. Still, it looks good. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up or not. I've heard it's a really good toy, but do I really need to keep buying Optimus Primes at this point? I don't know. All right, more in-hand shots of the Beast Wars Eternal Beast Showdown 2-pack. This one, we have seen these before, and I'm still not seeing a whole lot in Primal, but man, every time I see the Megatron, it just looks really, really nice with that Beast deco and the texturing to the skin. Really, really cool. It has been pointed out to me. There's a few things to point out. Number one is that there's paint trying to replicate some missing details from the Kingdom figure, like some extra bits on the shoulders. But there's also a little bit of black missing on the chest, too. It's not a perfect redeco. But this is Takara we are talking about. It really wouldn't surprise me, because the original Beast Wars Megatron toy got so many retools and redecos in order to look more show accurate with every release. It wouldn't surprise me if they did this again at some point. Really. I mean, at that point, it's just like tracking history. I'm still looking forward to this set. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to pick it up now. I pre-ordered it just in case, but it's a $100 asking price for something that's just kind of an upgrade, right? I'm not really feeling that as much as I used to. It's time to speculate a little bit. So tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel, we got another fan stream. When they go out of their way to make these fan streams a thing, that generally means we're going to get product reveals, we're going to get we're going to get a lot of, in-hand shots of a lot of stuff. I'm expecting somewhere around 40% stuff we've seen, and then 30% stuff we've heard of, and then maybe the rest of it is stuff that's brand new. It's a crapshoot these days because Hasbro can let things leak months ahead of release, or they can hold on to them until the day before they're found in stores. So it's been so random these days. So it is what it is. Get your start your betting pools over under on how many times the word convert is used. Start a bingo card. About, we've seen this toy, new Optimus Prime, etc., etc. Rumor confirmed. Why is there no Hasbro Pulse Fanstream bingo card? I should have made that. Oh well. All right. This one took everyone kind of by surprise. There is a package art out there for Megatron. Now, Megatron not appearing in Rise of the Beasts for all we know. What was interesting about this is that apparently we are looking at the proposed design and the CG model for Megatron from the Bumblebee movie. The way he would have looked in that Cybertronian scene if the original plan... Now, keep in mind, the original plan for the Bumblebee movie was to actually depict Megatron on Cybertron as part of the battle. It didn't happen because they were still not sure if the movie was going to be a tie-in to the original. They weren't sure if it was going to be a reboot or a prequel. And then I think reboot won out. Canonically, it's the only way that makes sense, is if it's a brand new movie. But this is the Megatron that was going to be in Bumblebee. So we've actually seen it on the box art now. It's okay. It's definitely in line with the rest of them that we saw on the Cybertron designs. I don't understand the Snidely Whiplash mustache on him. Like, he looks like he's going to tie RC down to the train tracks. I'm not feeling... Like, it's so... That mustache is so weird. The expression is weird, too. The expression's really weird, too. Yeah... I don't know. It's a bizarre-looking Megatron. It's certainly a lot closer to what the Michael Bay Megatrons were, but it's still a weird-looking Megatron. Not gonna lie. As long as we're looking at boxes, let's take a look at Airazor now in package. Airazor still looks absolutely phenomenal. Still really like the Rise of the Beast packaging in general as well. It's going to stand out really well and look really different from the other Transformer boxes. It's still a beautiful toy. I wanted this toy. I really want to have this toy. Yep, and someone did a custom of this as Energon Dive Bomb. Works perfectly. Works absolutely perfectly. I want to see it for real. Yep, still looking good. Yep, there we see the whole line. You can see a whole bunch of in-package shots now. All right, just want to get it out of the way because I like gushing on that toy. Are you ready for just a block of oddities? Because I know I've got my oddity collectors out there. World's smallest micro Transformers are back this time. They not only include the figurine, but they also include a very tiny version of one of the original Transformer comics, which, if you can see in the package behind there, actually does look like a full reprint of the original comic book that you can literally read. You might need a magnifying glass for it, though, because these things are, like, super, super tiny. I saw somewhere that these were apparently going to be sold by the blind box instead of, like, being open like the other ones. That'd be really weird for World's Smallest to do. They haven't done that before, to my knowledge. And really bad for us because, one, they're selling all the same tools and molds again. We're just kind of rerunning things now. Actually, the Soundwave, I think, is new. So... people collecting those will be after the Soundwave. And then RC is brand new. But the RC is unfortunately based on the Kingdom version because she's got a big hoverboard, air quote hoverboard, or Earthrise version, I should say. She has the hoverboard. I hate when they do stuff like this. Okay, so weird RC. Very weird RC. But if you collect the world's smallest stuff, we got more on the way. Now, keep in mind, they don't transform. They're just super tiny little figurines with basic articulation. But the fact that they are so tiny and look like the characters is impressive in their own right. Get them for your city bots. Get them for your Metroplex and your Trypticons. That makes for fun display. Backpacks. We get to talk about Transformer backpacks that glow in the dark. All right, so... Yeah, this is about what you expect from, like, designer backpack stuff. It's strangely appropriate. The front pouch is actually kind of in proportion for Bumblebee. And yeah, it's fully branded Bumblebee inside and out. Yeah, and then Optimus Prime, he gets one too. Of course he does. Autobots roll out on the backside. Just those two for now. These are mini backpacks, by the way. You know, they're just like the tiny, like, maybe it'll hold your like tablet if you're on the go, or a few books. It's not like something you're gonna take to school. But if you're in need of a tiny little backpack, like makes for a good con bag, I feel. Like I really think this would be good for like rolling around a convention with. That's possible. That can be done. All right. For other oddballs, Podpals has released these little plushies for Transformers. Again, it's the usual suspects: Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Megatron. These are odd. These are odd. They remind me of the Mighty Beans. Do you remember Mighty Beans? Where they were actually trying to sell toy beans to people? Well, they're back, and they're plush now. Why doesn't Bumblebee have a mouth? That's weird. Megatron gets a mouth. He gets a big frowny mouth. Don't tell me that is supposed to be Bumblebee smiling, because that looks super weird. That looks super weird. One line. Just give me stitch one more line in there. That's so odd. But if you like your plushies, they are now out and available. And to finish this off, we have what is definitely a strange one. We have a projector. It is a Transformers projector, a modern projector that's just like the whole, like basically a speaker unit with a display camera. So yeah, if you want to watch Transformers on a Transformer branded thing, that is possible now. It's really, we are at that point. Now it's only $900. It's only $900. Oh, I'm sorry, $780 with a coupon. I don't know. Like, does anyone even use a projector anymore? Does anyone even use a projector anymore, and much less wanting one that is Optimus Prime style? That's so, I don't know. That's what the oddball section is for at the end of the news roundups, right? It's for like all the odd stuff that, like, why does that exist? So, for some reason that exists, and so does this news roundup. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you're now caught up on another week of Transformer news, and as always, I will see you next time. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.